Greetings and salutations. I am Karen Osborne. This light is not on. Welcome back to my stream. It's good to see some of you. It's good to see some of you in Manapot Studios stream yesterday. It's actually kind of interesting / funny as that stream has made it to the 3rd position on Twitch for most watched Starfinder episodes currently available. So that's a thing that's happening. With that, part of me is all like, if you come back and watch it next week, everybody shout about it, tell your friends, tell your enemies, as long as they're not arseholes. Tell anybody who's interested or not interested, just hey, come check this out. If they say they're not a big fan of D&D, then remind them it's not D&D, it's Starfinder, which is sci-fi D&D, which is a lot better in my humble opinion. I mean, I say that because I play Starfinder. I mean, I'll play anything realistically fantasy sci-fi. I don't personally care, but, if somebody out there says they don't like fantasy, then introduce them. So yeah, that's... Now that the first stream's out of the way, I'll feel a lot better about it. It's one of them where, with anything, it's like there's a lot of prep work that goes into this, into a new campaign. More than anything, but also there's a lot of prep work that goes into, setting up a new stream and making sure everything's on point. I want to try Starfinder looking at it, although I grew up on Traveller. Yeah, Traveller, I'd like to play more Traveller. I own a couple of books for the latest edition of Traveller. I've never really found the right group for it. It's very gritty sci-fi. It's more hard science sci-fi than it is sci-fi. Or science fantasy, sorry. Starfinder is very much in the science fantasy realm. Did you, all things Geekgirl, were you in my Manapot stream yesterday? I've just shouted out the channel. If you go back, their VODs are available, and shortly, I say shortly, they being Krifu and JStation64. Hi Josh, are working on the YouTube upload of that. They're trimming down the intro, cleaning it up a little bit, and making it slightly more presentable for YouTube. But yeah, watch bits and pieces, but I need to watch the full thing when it's up. Yeah, it's available. It's one of them things where it's available over on Twitch, and we're 3rd place in the if you just search for Starfinder and go to videos rather than streams, we're actually currently 3rd in the listing. So if you watch it here on Twitch, hopefully we can build that number up. But at the same token, if you wait until the YouTube video, then watch it over on YouTube and make some noise about it over there, it's probably not going to do us any harm. Sorry, that was... Okay, there we go. Just interruptions on the phone. So yeah, hopefully we continue with that degree of success. It's all one of them things. We made a lot of noise for it being the debut episode, and I appreciate that there's likely to be people who come, watch the first episode, figure it's not for them after watching it, and then move off and go on to other things. There's no harm in that, but it's all about trying to capture the numbers and keep them. But But yeah, I will be updating the Nightbot once I've got a link to hopefully we're going to put them into a playlist, and then I can link straight to the playlist. If not, it'll be linked straight to the first video. So, but we're not here just to talk about Starfinder. We're here to play some Pathfinder, and that's changed. I think. Maybe. Don't know. I don't remember saying anything about the Discord server on that page before. But then again, to be fair, I don't really pay too much attention. I usually just click continue or load and load up the game. Right, this game. Oh. We had just finished clearing out this. So we're still out of the House of Edge of Time, which pretty much leading up to the end game as far as I'm aware. We've cleared out the first floor. We're in the basement. We've cleared out the reality or irreality. I can't keep up which side we're in. So now I'm going to backtrace through this and go back up to the second floor, thereabouts. And then hopefully we'll be finishing this up sometime. It's one of them when it's like once I sort of like got into this part of it, it's like, alright, yeah, this is the beginning of the end. And it's like, yes, it might be the beginning of the end, but there's a lot of end to get through. I would like you to move forward. So many bad guys. So yeah, how's everybody doing this evening? Alright. Let's move in there, stab that guy. Or not! Because that's how good we are at missing. Actually move you there. Let's get this going. Why not?
Let us strike at one.
Not too bad. I got a little bit of a headache. I've had it most of the day, but I think that's mainly because I wasn't sleeping too well recently. Or I haven't been sleeping too well recently. But it shall pass. God, your movement rate is terrible.
I'll cut you.
I got some blesses left, so let's move forward a little bit. And bless. A lot of numbers. Poisonous cloud, that's what it would be. If you could just not do that, that'd be appreciated.
This should do it.
See what our entrails look like.
Left yourself open.
I think most things are immune to my electricity, aren't they? Well, they're not immune to it, but they are resistant to it. So let's go for. And then we got some damage out. Could really do them with them focusing on Valerie, but alas, they choose not to. See, Jubilios isn't too bad when he's actually hitting things. Just a bunch of terrible rolls all around. Tristan. Do we have left for Tristan? Can you get in there without provoking? So move over there.
Repent.
Shoot that guy this round. For the most part, it's just enduring a lot of this stuff. Could you die? And now you die. Oh, we're up to the 20s to hit. Talia is paralyzed. As per usual. Why did I should have been throwing bombs. Oh well. Right. Are you? No, you're not. So I'm gonna use a frigid touch on you. Although, are you immune to cold? You might be immune to cold. That's a weird thing. Cold, slashing, acid, fire. Where are you getting all those modifiers from? I don't know. Could possibly do with taking out that guy, but
A calculated risk. Didn't even break a sweat.
okay, not doing too bad, not doing too bad. It's one of them. I think this dungeon I'm slowly getting used to the point of, so like, I think I have it roughly figured as to
Do not falter.
how to win most of these fights. It's just now a very long, it feels, battle of endurance. And in some cases, just being lucky slash unlucky. If you could fail your reflex saving throw, there we go. Alright, you're out of temp hit points, so we're going to step this back up to one of these. The Vampiric Touch just allows you to top back off your temps. Oh, it's you.
You forced my hand.
So like, I'm scanning across looking for these red bars, trying to figure out which one we just beat up, because we did a lot of damage apparently, and it was like, which one is it? And it's like, I didn't notice this red bar barely exists. How are people looking for their cons? we're not looking too bad. The main one who's a concern is Octavia, but she's not in the main area of the cloud kill for the constitution damage. Right. Let's start off with this guy, because if we can hit them once, then they die and we move on to the ghost. Or we could just not hit them at all. There we go. Ghost is relatively undamaged, but rude. Right, we're kind of running out of targets, so I want to save them bombs a little bit. Well, the crossbow's not too bad of a damaging weapon. Let's move Rengongar over there and just harass that guy. Make the ghostly guard explode. And then move up a little bit. Do wish they won't turn and come for me. Not expecting great things out of Jubilios on that one. Right. I forgot to bump up your attack, but that's not really necessary for you. Wonder if we've got any blades that boost the damage. Magnus can expend 2 points from his arcane pool as a swift action to resolve all of his melee weapon attacks until the end of his turn as melee touch attacks. That's an interesting factor. Don't get as many of those, but at the same token, this Wild Hunt Archer, their AC. Again, you gotta. It's one of these where it's like you can very much do a lot of the math. So we know that their flat-footed is 24, their touch is 28, and their AC is 36. And it's like, okay, so this one here. Enemies are denied their dex bonus against Magus's attacks until the end of the next turn. So that allows you to remove their dex, which is 34, which is a modifier of 24. Half of 24 is 17. I think that doesn't seem right. Wait, no, half of 24 is 12. So yeah, that takes it from AC to flat-footed AC. But this one grants a charisma bonus onto the attack rolls, which is basically going to be 7 up over it. So the flat-footed one is better for that. But at the same token, you know, there's probably some enemies where removing the flat-footed in this only drops it by 3 points, but making it a touch attack is reducing it down by a lot of points, but still only 8, so still better than the charisma bonus. So against a ghost, to make sure to hit, it will be the dimension strike to make it a touch attack. There's a lot of floating modifiers and numbers in this where it's like, I personally don't have the patience to do the numbers. You know, it's very much one of them where it's like, I know that, you know, I've I'm part of a Facebook group that talks about CRPGs from Owlcat Games. Basically, it's a group that covers Pathfinder Kingmaker, but it also covers Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. And I see people playing on the harder difficulties, and some of the monster stats are just ridiculous at harder difficulties. And as part of that, it very much, to me, it's like you have to be trying to gain every minuscule amount of bonus that you can from the rolls. You know, you need to be making sure that when you're playing with somebody like Rengongar, that you're using the attacks that will ultimately target the best armor class or give you the best bonus as opposed to the armor class. And while I've not got anything against that per se, it does feel... Are you guys immune to something? You've got energy resistance called negative. Okay, so don't use any cold. But we can do a shocking grasp on this guy. Just kind of want him dead so that he stops casting spells. Because all them cloud kills are gonna rack up at some point. There we go, another one down.
Clever ploy.
Right, so against this guy, it'd be the flat-footed bonus. I forgot he was immune to that. I've got too many things that need charging up right now. Just gotta go put my phone on charger. Just remembered I gotta pop out after this. BRB. And I'm back. You're the only one left. Not bad. You're still paralyzed. How long are you paralyzed for? 30 odd seconds. How are people looking? You're down 5 points. You're down a point. 2 points. A point. Nothing. 1 point. Okay. Wait, what? Oh, paralyzed, that's why. So, like, why is Octavia's Dex 1 at the moment and not flagging up as alarms? It's because when you're get paralyzed, I think you lose. Yeah, a character's dex falls to 0 if they become immobilized. Which does make paralysis and some other abilities like that very powerful. You know, one of the things that I don't think they've done much of in this, because you've got charge, coup de grace, demoralize, tree deflection, cleave, fight defensively, acrobatics, mobility, power attack, and ember, which is a pet. So they're all the abilities, but in... Because does it even have it on? I'm pretty sure I've seen it on some of these. Oh, maybe I haven't. Have I? Combat maneuvers. See, there's not many combat maneuvers. The combat maneuver calculation is there, but at the same token, most combat maneuvers haven't made it into this game as far as I'm aware, or if they are in this game, I have no idea to trigger them or how to trigger them. It's still a fairly high number that you've got to get to. But at the same token, the bonuses are akin, so it's 5 points lower on the defense, but it's only 2 points lower on the attack modifier. So, in theory, Valerie trying to grapple herself would be essentially they'd have an easier time grappling themselves than attacking themselves. But at that same token, why can't I loot this? Everybody stand over there. I want to loot this body. I don't care that it's only a bow, I'm taking it. Book of Shackles. Right. Oh, that's what I was thinking or contemplating. Right. So, I want to just heal everybody up a little bit. We're starting to run a little low on spells and abilities. Octavia's fine. She's paralyzed most fights. But everybody else is running a little bit low. So, right, we've cleared out a room. Let's save that. And quick saved. More elves. And a Dwemer cat. More than one Dwemer cat, I think. Don't like the way that I'm getting ganged up on. Tall chap. Yeah, welcome back, J Station. Yeah, it's one of them where it's like, this place is basically, it's eating up a lot of time because there's so many abilities that are just absolutely crucial to succeeding at this place, including the legendary proportions, Rengungar's abilities at striking things with spells and using these here to change what AC he's going for or what modifiers he's got. These guys are immune to the cold, aren't they? Yes, immunity to cold. So stop using the chill touch and use the shocking grasp. And do we want... It's a prescience attack on these guys to get rid of their dex bonus, which gives me a lot better chances to heal to hit. Controlled fireball. Let's throw that in there. Oh, wow. So many reflexes and abilities to bypass the damages. It's just straight up. Yep, great. Oh, that's the other thing that I need to also always have going is the freedom of movement, so that the paralysis doesn't work. I'm not sure whether you're 100% caught up on this, but there was one fight in another part of this dungeon, actually, down over here, where it was pretty much I stacked everything in my favor as best as possible, and I'm not sure, did I? No, I didn't put it back to the way that it was. So everybody's still, it's still stacked for my fortitude saves. But it was pretty much, you know, just a luck of a roll in terms of, you know, trying to not have terrible things happen. Right, let's throw some bombs into the mix. That covers everybody and gives me a reasonable chance to hit. My watch is telling me things. Dream cat. Yeah, let's
Stay behind me.
try and get rid of this thing. You should just be about dead. Can we finish you off?
I'll try to make this swift.
No, we can't. Right. Who was that? That was you. Stop attacking Rengongar. But yeah, even Jubilios has got legendary proportions? What's it called? Legendary proportions, yeah. Cast on him. Just so that I have a snowball's chance of him surviving most of these fights. And also it gives a little bonus to his attack rolls. There we go. Another one down.
So it's come to this.
But yeah, at some point soon, even though I'm not excessively damaged and some people still have a lot of spells, here's looking at you, Octavia, who can't resist paralysis to save your life. Did I switch out? I think that's something I need to do while I'm thinking on it. Open sesame seeds. Could do with another freedom of movement to give it to Octavia, because she's getting paralyzed a lot. Tristan seems to be immune to it, and I'm not sure what's giving him that immunity, but I'll take it. Finish you, hopefully.
Yourself open.
Or don't. That cat is striking out at my friends, which is not good because they're squishy in the back. who's this? This is... Right, get rid of that one. Thank you. Now get rid of this Dwemer kit. Alright, don't. I would like you to move 5. God dang it. Get rid of that. And now... Kill the other one. Go on, Valerie. No.
Bleed for me.
Repent.
There we go.
All according to plan. I'm listening.
So I think I'm just about at the point where I need to start thinking about resting. Jubilios is running out of bombs. Rengungar is running out of arcane pull. Tristan is running out of heals.
Prepare.
Getting you sorted out in terms of putting on the freedom of movement also on Octavia. Although I wonder which one's causing the freedom of movement. I'm guessing it's a fortitude. Because this is just a couple of things where it's I don't know what's giving, Jubilios very rarely gets paralyzed. Can't say that I've seen him paralyzed. The reflex saves are comparable. The will saves for Jubilios is worse, but the fortitude saves is doubled in the case of Jubilios. It's a little bit better in Tristan, and I don't know what's keeping him, although he's got a lot of special abilities since he's gone back to his angel form. So it could be something in that where he doesn't get paralyzed. And Ringungar, Chiron, and Valerie are purely reliant on their freedom of movement. Which again, seeing as how I'm reliant on the freedom of movement, I'm tempted to say that, Valerie has been paralyzed unless she's got the freedom of movement. And her fortitude is a 24, as opposed to Jubilios 20... Oh, no, he's got... Mummification. Which the alchemist type does not change, but he becomes immune to cold, paralysis, and sleep. So that's why Jubilios is great. Don't understand Tristan, but I'm guessing angel magic bullshit. Somewhere in all of his abilities. How am I doing for supplies? That is a question, which I'm currently asking. I have 6 supplies left. Right, let's try one more room. And then we'll rest. Oh, wow, I did not. I mean, okay. Have some fireballs. Right, Tristan. Hey, Octavia might be actually useful in this fight. Autumn golems, 4 of them, great stuff. What do you even have these days? Could you not murder me? Would have been better if you had a lot of bombs, but you don't. Why do I have an exclamation mark? I've got constricting vines. Okay, not a major concern. It's a slight concern, since I can't hit squat. Right. Let's move you into about there. Let's have another one of them fireballs, because they're always good for a laugh. Why is there no boom? Don't know. Right, okay. What's this? Flame strike. That hurts a lot. Octar, the disintegrate. Oof, God, your range is awful. Makes fortitude saving throw. Right, Jubileost. What do we have? We haven't really got much.
Primitives.
Shoes about crossbow. Might not have much, but it'll do.
Calm down. Not dead yet.
Wow. 500 hit points. We might have a little bit of trouble here. Sure, ACs is 33, although touch is 7. I mean, that's a just about guaranteed hit. Can we disintegrate you by any chance? Although, they've got a fairly high fortitude save. Screw it. Go for it. Right, could do with a heal on Chiron. There we go, feeling a lot better. It's always good to see when you actually get enough hit points and that you get a heal, which is some of the biggest healing that you'll receive in the game. Or can receive in the game. Oh, god dang it. If you could stop killing my guy. Hey, it failed the saving throw.
I'm wounded.
Yes, yes, you are.
This should do.
Make with the murder. quite as big a boom as I liked. Alright. What rods do I have? Lesser maximize. Less quicken, lesser empower, maximize. Shoot. Alright, we're just gonna have to use the spell on him. Wait. Are you immune to paralysis? Oh, you are immune to being paralyzed. Great stuff. I only ask because I cast Held Monster on you, and that's the first time that I've actually seen Hold Monster work, and it turns out to be useless because you're immune to paralysis.
Stay behind me.
I could do with some of these guys just dying already. Because that's me dead again. Radio. Hungry Pits Lodge. Do these guys count as lodge? Nope, they're huge. Which is bigger than lodge. So that does nothing. And they're absolutely immune to all the types of damage that just did. Great stuff. Don't hit the half-orcs. What's this mass heal? Oh. That would have been useful. Forgot I had a mass heal. These guys have a fairly high fortitude saving throw, don't they? Yeah, they got a 29. That's pointless. I think the only thing that I've really got I can probably use right now is this Inspire Recovery on myself. And hopefully they don't murder me before my next turn. Get rid of that one. Come on. Just kill it already. One of the problems with having basically an elemental spellcaster where it's immune to all manners of elemental damage.
Will they ever learn?
I'll cut you.
Bah. Figure that out next round. Right. So next, basically. Octavia. Seeing as though these things are mainly immune to your elemental damage, what else do you have? The answer is not much. Oh, it's only energy resistant. Right. Continue trying to murder the next one. While they're all hitting me, it's not the end of the world. Why did only the last one get sneak attack? That's worth a try. Can we have a breath of life? Oh no, he's already alive by that. Oh, that's the problem with mass heal, is it heals everybody.
There are other ways to cast this.
Nope, okay, just cast it on Rengungar. I don't know why I can't bring my character back to life.
Do not falter.
Great stuff. Ignore the tank you can't hit and just start murdering the squishy guy that you can. Line acid, line electricity, line fire, line cone fire, cone acid, cold, and cold. That does not look like enough dragons. So black, blue, brass, red. Green, silver, white. So they've done all the chromatic, but they've not done gold. They've not done the other one. Oh yeah, let's see what happens. There we go, I'm a dragon. What are you gonna do now? Probably still murder me. See if we could take that guy out. If we delay you to there.
Onwards!
There we go. So now, oh wait, kind of wasted a bit of a spell there. I guess everybody feeling groovy. But not the bad guys. Ah, they're immune to mass heal. Haha. Right, so
A fine use of my talents.
we could just murder this guy. Not quite as much murdering as I would have liked.
Ah!
I think I got an ulcer going on. It's not pleasant. Do I have any more combat-y stuff for this guy? It's a terrible idea, apparently. One, it missed, and two, it hurt.
Clever ploy.
I'll try to make this swift.
Ha! Primitives.
Oh, that's Ringungar dead. No, don't get any smart ideas. Yep, keep beating up the tank who's designed to be able to take a beating.
Consider me provoked.
Wasn't quite far enough away from that, but okay.
Oh, Sarenrae,
Stay
I see
behind
your
me.
light.
That's not a pleasant. Who's got you? You do. literally out of most of the rest of my spells. No, don't. Shot spot.
Let us strike as one.
Oh, that's Tristan permanently dead. And you can't move because that guy's got you grappled. Great stuff. So I think this is another bust.
Will they ever learn?
Do not alter.
I'm getting killed here.
Yes, yes you are. But so is Valerie, and Valerie's better at staying alive than you are. All I need is Valerie to stay alive, and then I can bring everybody else back up. It's communal C invisibility. C invisibility is useless. Is haste still going? Haste is still going for 2 rounds, but let's refresh that.
A fine use of my talents.
Would have been if you'd
All my knowledge,
survived.
all my genius lost.
You're fine. Somehow. I think Valerie's going down soon. Cool, let's use a fire snake. For a grand total of 4 points of damage. Woo!
Hey, can someone help me?
Nope, because everybody else is fighting for their lives.
I can't keep this up much longer. Onward!
Since when do you have that ability? Shouldn't you fall down when you hit negatives?
Avenge me.
See, to me, this is not, you know, I don't mind a good dungeon crawl as much as the next person. But the size of this dungeon is just ridiculous. And I just, you know, I like the plot. I like the narrative. I just want to see the plot and narrative done. I don't excessively care. About all this fighting. See, one of the things is I need to get out of here to go pick up some more supplies. So let's do that first. One of the annoying things is like I can't remember whether I'm on the good side or the bad side for the trading. So I've got to run out of the place, find out that this is the wrong size, run back into the place, switch sides, run outside again. Probably going to stock up on a lot more supplies than I have done. Just getting tired of all the fighting. Sorry. Found a crumb in the creases in my skin and it was like, that's weird. Very orange. Yep, this is the wrong side, so everybody back into the house. And click on this so that we can switch sides through the mist. Click on this, click on this, click on this. Go out the door. And people! Notice the oddity about the fact that Octavia is stood there and in my group. Show me where this is. I mean, I'm pretty sure I don't need half of this stuff either. If it's got a name, I'll keep it. I'm also keeping that because it's really good quality armor. Might still come in useful. And get rid of all these rings of protections apart from the +5s just in case. The +2s are not great. But I'll keep the +6s. Alright. It's got a +4 to all saving throws. You've got a +5 resistance bonus to all saving throws. What's this? Yeah, +4 resistance bonus to all saving throws. So let's have the Wall of Sanctuary and sell off the Wall of whatever that was. Or should I? So that's slightly better shield. Is there anything else that's... See, there's certain people who could potentially make good use of these things. +5 holy scimitar that lands. Whenever a +5 holy scimitar lands a hit on a target that is not good, it deals an additional 2d6 fire damage and grants. Oh, doesn't. Don't you. You use. It doesn't say that it only has to be used by good people. So that's 1d6 of electricity damage versus 2d6 of fire damage. But only when the target's not good. I'm assuming most of the people in here are not good. Neutral at best. Still only a +5, but that's... It's a bit by the by. Okay, I'm guessing the sickles are meant to be druidic people who use them. And camping supplies. No, let's not buy all of them, but let's buy 44 of them. No, that's daft. 54 minus 6 is 48. I wanted the 48. How are we off for dinosaur bones? 23. Yeah, we got plenty of everything. Deal.
I'm listening.
Octavia, you've got a new shield. That's fractionally better than your previous shield. Actually, only a 10. Yeah, it is 10. Also, I'm not entirely sure if that is better than the plus shield. Previous shield. Anyway. It's not a great big problem if it isn't. Also, something doesn't quite add up. Because if we take that off... So one of the things about this AC is we got a +1 for the heavy... Oh no, that's heavy armor focus. +9 for tower shield, +1 for the shield focus, and +1 for greater shield focus. Which, if I'm not mistaken, brings me up to a grand total of 11. That are just called shield. But when I remove the shield... the sentinel gives me 2... on the AC, with a shield. So it actually goes up by 12. Which doesn't make... no, deflection, but... I really don't know how this all works. I'm very confused. So let's just ignore it and move on. Alright. Back inside the house.
That is not far.
Yes, we'll go with this
I know
group.
what to do.
So we turn off the lantern. We charge forth merrily into the smog. We turn back on the lantern. And then we go back downstairs. Itchy ankle. Oh. Otherwise, still telling me if your kingdom is destroyed, the game will be over. It's all I have not seen my kingdom in months. Real months, not in-game months. I don't actually know how long I've been down here. When I say months, it feels like months. I'm not sure if I've actually been playing this for a month yet. Just down here.
Time's not waiting.
Right. Tristan. Let's have some of your wonderful freedoms of movement. Let's have some of your great legendary properties. Proportions. What else do I need? I also need Jubileost. Drink your legendary proportions. Oh no. Oh no, I need another one. If I remove them two, then I could actually get 4 legendary proportions. Jubileos has his own, so that'd be 5 out of 6 people with legendary proportions. It doesn't make that big of a difference to most people, though. Only really to the likes of Chiron, who gets plus con and AC, and Valerie, who gets plus AC. So up to a grand total of 61. I love the way that Valerie and Chiron barely fit onto their little paper doll there, but if we click over to Jubileost, he's still just about on frame. Right, I think that covers all the spells that I should be casting. Right. Valerie, you're going to charge in there. Sword drawn, dagger. Sword drawn, banner flying, and attract everybody's attention. Octavia, let's have a haste going. Jubileost. This guy, does he have any vulnerabilities? No, he's just got damage reduction of 10. Which I'm pretty sure you can easily overcome. With your bombs. Next round. How's Blessed look? Move forward a bit. And wait there. Wow, you've got a lot of movement speed. Right, Octavia.
Consider me provoked.
Jubilios, I've thought of a better idea for you. Didn't quite expect to knock him over, but the force damage they're definitely not immune to. Or resistant to. Your weapon is on your thing. Okay, you are going to bless. And shoot a crossbow. Right, get rid of this guy. And move forward a bit. Do I really want to go charging that guy? I think I do. Terrible idea, but let's do it anyway. Right, Octavia, let's have some fire. A bit of acid, why not? Right, Jubilios. Throw some bombs. That's what we'll like to see. Lots of damage that isn't getting resisted at all. I mean, it's still not great. Who was that? That was Charon.
This should do it.
Wow, you're useless. Oh yeah, I've got this mass heal. Summon. Let's summon in a thing. Let's see what happens. Pretty sure the last time I did that in this room, they just got mullered.
Let us strike as one.
No, not frigid touch. Vampiric touch. And we know your defenses. Should be fine if we target that one.
The weak suffer. I endure.
I mean, you say that, but you're about to get dead. Yay, Ringungar's dead again. Slightly concerning that not all of Octavia's attacks are sneaky attacking.
A calculated risk. Yeah.
Do not falter.
Okay, slight issue with an Engungar, but I think I've got this room. Don't quote me on that though. See, it's not adding on the precision. Octavia attacks Greater Autumn Golem with Scorching Ray, sneak attack. Deals damage, 4d6. Where's my sneak attack? That's not too bad. The sneak attack for everybody's just like coming and going. And I don't appreciate it.
Onwards. This is for you.
See, that worked and it shouldn't have done. I can't catch everybody, so just go after that one. I don't really want to use the resurrection. Inspiring recovery. There you go, you're feeling better. Stand up. And get murdered! Yay!
Left yourself open.
Alright, we're just on cleanup duty at this last one now, I think. Might have to spring for a... I know. Going after Valerie.
I'll fight if I have to.
Alright, finish him. A water clock similar to the one found in White Rose Abbey. Oh, I want everybody to move around. That's another way into here. Let's say... was that a thing in... Oh no, it's loot in the corner. I thought it was a person's, you know, silhouette. Alright, anything terrible in here?
Follow my lead.
Alright. Evening, mate. How's it going? Right, so let's turn off the terrible, terrible path and go into the room with the terrible, terrible ghosts. Make with the murder.
You can't stop me.
Hey, we actually killed something before everything got to go.
Repent.
Right, you're going to cast terrible spells in our general direction, which we're largely going to ignore on the grounds of I don't care. Right, Tublios. Now's a great time to start throwing out bombs again. And what would be great is if your friends would stop dodging. Right, make with the murder. Had some fun side effects from the jab, so I've not been in work today. Ah.
I didn't even break a sweat.
When do you get jabbed? Although I am glad to hear that you've managed to get jabbed. My jab isn't for a while yet, and for the entirety of last week, going on the NHS website of sort of like where to get the jab, put in your details, put in my location. The first day that I loaded up that list, the third place in the list was Accrington as to closest to me. I finally managed to... Oh yeah, real close by.
Bleed for me.
No, it's just, you know, about 3 hours on the bus. Longer if you try doing something fancy. I mean, it's one of them where it's like... I don't mind travelling a little ways on public transport because, you know, at the end of the day, it's one of them. But at the same token, you know, even the closest place to me, it was like, yeah, that'll be 1 hour getting there and 1 hour getting back. There's a lot of muppets around here. Who don't seem to understand the concept of plague. And, you know, the phrase, avoid it like the plague. And so spending 2 hours around muppets did not sound like a good idea. Even if it is while I'm on the way to get the jet. So, I've actually, you know, been able to wait and everybody move out of the terrible, terrible smoke. How's everybody looking? You got a bit of strength damage, 2 points, not to worry. You got a bit of con damage, 1 point, not to worry. You've got 1 point of con, that's... You're the real pain in the ass, aren't you, Octavia? Because you don't have ball and you're fine, get over it. Alright, anybody else in... Ooh, chest. Wait, where... Oh, I thought this... I thought the layout on this was so different. Yeah, we can't, you know, we now know that people don't avoid the plague too well. Oh look, more ghosts. Woo. Why can you...
Let's try this way.
Alright, just wait there while we cast some haste around the place. Can you move?
Let us strike as one.
Make with the murder. Somebody just shoot something. But yeah, I managed. So I got another text message today from the local health authorities. And say the local health authorities, the one nearest me. And they've got a completely different booking system to everybody else, and you can't find their appointments on the usual booking system. It's only come a week after, you know, everywhere else. Because one of the things that I did contemplate is, like, my dad and brother have been vaccinated. And, you know, my dad still has a private vehicle. So, worst case scenario is that, like, I could have, in theory, got my dad to come here, pick me up, drive back to Accrington, go for the jab, him drive me back here, and, you know, only have to do that twice. Wouldn't be pleasant. 4-hour round trip essentially, but at the same token, it's one of them where it's like it could have. It was a solution which I was comfortable with, but not one that I was happy with, and if I'd have sort of like panicked and been sort of like, how am I supposed to get the jab otherwise? Valerie, you're supposed to be the knight and the courageous one amongst us. Right, let's do some vampiric touch and get some temp hit points. Julius, throw some bombs. They're always funny. So yeah, if I'd have panicked, I could have booked an appointment. God knows how far away. Struggled to get there. Eventually got there, giving me sort of like 4 hours of exposure potentially to the very thing that we're trying to avoid. But no, all I needed to do was ignore the fact that this is semi-urgent for a week, and then my local authority said, oh yeah, we're using this booking system, which is not intuitive. I'm not entirely convinced that I actually booked myself on the right one as it is. Because on the website, it's all like, you go on and you say which service you're under, location based. And then you say what service you're after. And it was 4 services for the vaccine. 2 of them mentioned staff. 1 of them mentioned patients. And the other mentioned community. I think I booked on the right one, but am I a patient or am I a community? I didn't think that I was either. You know? Not currently seeing a doctor. Not currently in hospital. I'm not really a patient. Not a member of any community that I'm familiar with that the NHS is familiar with. Let's put it that way.
I'll try to make this swift.
Make with murder. People could stop trying to kill me, that'd be great.
This will hurt.
You have been nibbled to death. Are you still petrified of these people? Yes, you are. Run over there and stab that guy. Hey, you finally booked your ideas up.
Show me your heart.
Rengarar, we need to speak to you about your anger issues.
Fine use of my talents.
Let's try this way. An expected outcome.
How are you getting sneak attack on that guy? This game, it's been patched recently, and I have a feeling that they might have introduced more than a few bugs into the situation. Because there's times where it's like, in 7 attacks, some of them, but not all of them, are sneak attacks. And the last I checked, you either had the situation to do a sneak attack, and it keeps popping up with things. Jubilios is immune to protective aura due to the difficulty settings. If he's immune to it, why is it there, and why does it affect him? I do wish these guys would stop using cloud kill so that we can actually see what's going on. Right, okay, right, how's everybody's stats doing? My strength's down a little bit, but not a lot. You're fine. You're a little bit of a concern. I am, however, injured. Right. Save, another room done.
I can't.
Oh, really? Oh, actually, that's a semi-difficult roll?
In due time.
Yeah, Octavia managed it. Right, so through this way. Oh, more golems. Although, not the stronger golems, which is weird.
To victory.
I'm guessing I'm coming at this backwards now. Ish, kind of. Delay until after Valerie moves up. Delay until after Valerie moves up. And delay until after Valerie moves up. Valerie, move up. And Valerie's so big we can't get through the door. A ring on Garcan. Oh yes, this workplace with wild energies, which means that spells may or may not work. It went fairly well yesterday. The video will be going up on YouTube shortly. I kind of recommend you check it out. But yeah, wasn't bad. There's a few things. So I've been watching it back and actually seeing what could go smoother, what could, you know, we did so on point that there's no room for improvement. But no, on the whole, it went well. Did not prep anywhere near enough. Well, I say anywhere near enough. I prepped well enough that it wasn't noticeable when I ran out of material and had to start fluffing towards the end of it. It's just quite simply a case of sort of like the players did things faster than I was expecting. But like I say, I don't feel that it was too noticeable.
I didn't even break a sweat.
Can we throw some bombs into the middle of this lot? Can we? No? Okay, don't bother. I'm sure everybody will be fine. Oh no, that was his face. He was using that.
I'll fight if I have to.
And the spell doesn't go off again.
Onward.
So it should be smoother moving on as you'll have more of an idea of how the group plays together. Yeah, and how the group plays together, how much we're going to get covered in the time that we're playing, along with, you know, it's always one of them, depending on how the story's written to a certain extent. You know, sometimes you read it and it's like, oh yeah, this will take half an hour. And it ends up taking a lot longer. And then you'll read another bit and it's like, oh, this will be good for a couple of hours. And it won't be. You know, it'll be sort of like over in half an hour. It wasn't quite that bad. But at the same token, you know, now that I've gotten a grasp for how it's written and the rest of it, should hopefully have fewer issues going forward. At least also going forward, you know, there'll be elements of sort of like over-prepared, which is a lot easier to do once a ball's rolling. I say a lot easier to do. In theory, you can do things like over-prepare straight from the word go, just by preparing far too much. But at the same token, I find personally if I prepare too much, then what'll end up happening is I'll end up forgetting elements of it because there'll be too much story in my brain. You know, yesterday there was like 2.5 hours of story in my brain, and I knew what was roughly coming up next.
A clever ploy.
But at the same token, not well enough. I'd not read it. Sort of like that day to remind myself. But there's always that fear, or I always have this fear that if I end up reading, you know, sort of like twice as much as I need, there'll be some facet that I'll just totally forget about an earlier part of it because I'm too busy thinking about elements later on. Right, so Ringongar's
How may I help?
dead. It's probably not a good place for him to be, so let us resurrect him. Ringongar, your job is not done. Back on your feet. Shit. I forgot that I was in this stupid fucking place. Right, everybody run out of here. Right. Now we cast a spell. Where's Ram going? Oh, there you are. Oh, you're doing the whole thing of sliding body. Nearly looks like he's flying though with those wings. Just really close to the ground. Can anybody remember how I solved that last time? I think I had to rest. Or was it load? Or switch areas? I can't remember. I think it happened to Tristan. Right, okay. Oh, big box. The book of never saying goodbye. The book's pages are empty, but upon opening it, you see Lindsay. The darling bard is lying on the cold floor of the house at the edge of time, marking the last moments of her life. There's a flash of darkness, and then strange feelings fill your soul. The cover grows heavy. The pages rustle. My voice and the words. The words are now me, and I am the words. What is happening to me? Who am I? You feel Lindsay's astonishment, then understanding, and then sorrow, sweet sorrow. The life I know is past, gone with it the plans and hopes, but this is a new life. The adventure will not end, the story does not end, and what I have lost, I have not lost in vain. And more terrible, terrible things in this room. Right, let's just move you over there a little bit. Wild Energies is still going on. I don't like that, but I do want a haste. Can I get a haste? Who's that? Oh, it's just Octavia. No? No haste? Okay. It's the quickest searching for a drop contact I've ever seen. Oh yeah, that's it. His face is in the dirt, so he's probably not behaving himself right now. In terms of game mechanics. You got one bomb left, might as well use it. Haha. Not the face. I was using that face. How did I get him to stand up the last time? Oh, that broke it. That's a teensy-weensy little bit annoying. Because he's broken, I had to flick of a combat. I guess these autumn golems are slow as they don't have a spring in their step. But tish. Here all week, folks. That's Mad Cats.
Stay behind me. Her.
Right, let us have a haste, seeing as though... God dang it. Yeah, get your coat. It's a little bit chilly because it is autumn after all. Mostly I've just remembered I've no butter for Vasanis back in a mo. Fair enough. Yep, can attack, and I've just broken it again. Go over there, stay over there until you learn how to stand up again.
Primitives.
Consider me provoked.
Slightly worrying when you're at the end of the game, or fairly close to the end of the game, and one of your party still has sort of like less than 3 figures of hit points. Especially in this system. There's other systems out there where it's like, 3 figures. Oh god, this might not work. God damn it. I hate wild magic energies. Right, please work or else this might be game over. Hey!
This should do it.
She knows. Ah,
Calculated risk.
and there we go. Ringongar is still looking for a contact.
We will prevail.
Nope. Octavia just failed her save. Great stuff.
Will they ever learn?
Come on, time for the... Shoot. Oh, God damn it. Make with the murder.
You forced my hand.
See, Octavia figured out how to stand up. Why can't you? Right, let's... See, what's annoying is I think...
As it should be.
Do I need to transition? Do I need to rest? I can't remember how to solve this mystery problem.
All
Stand
according
up.
to plan.
Oh, you're still not stood up. Do I have to rest?
What's new?
Not really in a need of a rest kind of place, but... And everybody stands up again. Including Ringongar. No, he's still out like a light. Ah, Shazbot. Oh, still lying down. There is no longer in our party at the moment. So when he gets spawned back in, he's stood up. No, he's not. Why do I have a bad feeling when I need to reload now?
Where to now?
Your feet. Oh, you're now broken. It's funny that the only one person who's piking stuck
I'm restless.
is the one with wings. He's still looking for that contact, and I can't get it. The thing is, he's not for standing up, and I have a bad, terrible, terrible feeling that I need to reload to resolve the issue.
That is not far.
I can't remember how bleeding far back that is. Is it because you use a spell to revive him outside of its range? The thing is, strictly speaking, resurrection has no range. One friendly creature within any range. Because strictly speaking, the body no longer needs to exist. All you need for resurrection is a name. You whisper their name and they come back to life.
No mistakes.
Any fun to be had?
So I need to find out when he died. And me jumping in and out of the house. Because I think what... It happened before with Tristan, and I can't remember how I solved it that time either. But I think what I might have done with that is actually reloaded it at the time. Right, you're on your feet at the moment. I've just received a notification. Manipot Studios is hosting the stream with one viewer. Hey! Thank you, Manipot Studios. Alright, so he died in the next room. I think this is the closest I can get to this.
It is finished.
Because yeah, he died there. And if he dies again, then I have to leave this map and resurrect him. Ah, so the Christians have it wrong. They don't whisper Jeebus' name. They also don't quite realise that this is real life, not just a fantasy. What am I doing? I'm delaying until Valerie's turn. I want them to come to me. Tristan, throw some arrows in that general direction. Are they caught in a landslide? Oh, escape from reality? Is it? They need to look up to the eyes and see. Look up to the skies and see, at least.
Let us strike as one.
This should do it. A clever ploy.
Just wondering how many people are actually understanding what me and my cat are going on about, and how many people have absolutely no idea.
Forced my hand.
And then he exploded.
A calculated risk.
If I have no idea what I'd be worried. Like or hate the song, it's a hard one to get away from. Yes, this is true, but at the same token, I mean, they had it on as a choice in karaoke bars in Japan. I mean, that's not a very high hurdle, I don't feel. You know, like it or hate it, it is a classic song, but at the same token, at some point there is going to have to be some kind of generational thing where there's gonna be kids out there who have never heard the song and have no idea what it's about. Not entirely sure if I've got any in my channel. Not sure whether I should tell them to get out and ban them. I think I need Ringonga to back away a little bit. Or at least not die. Which one's... This one's got him.
See what your entrails look like.
This is for you. Do not falter.
It was bad enough leaving work one night and someone said it's cold outside and I continued to say there's no kind of atmosphere and no one knew what that meant. It felt so old.
The weak suffer. I endure.
I mean... I just don't think that's as instantly recognizable as some of the other things. I've got to admit a little bit there.
I'll fight if I have to.
Because I've said it around individuals who are old enough and should not, you know, when I say old enough, they're older than me. And they were very much like, what are you on about? And so I feel that, you know, if they weren't a fan of Red Dwarf, then they'd have no idea. How dare they call themselves British if they have no idea what Red Dwarf's theme song is, but that's another argument entirely. You know, I refuse to feel old on account of somebody else's poor life choices.
Will they ever learn?
What do you mean, just bit him back. Come on. There we go. Make with the murder. There we go. And Ringongar gets back up. Loot that box. Save the game. How are we doing on heals? God damn it. Ringongar needs a heal. In that area of wild energies, I do not trust to be able to cast a spell on. So, we run all the way back here. We then cast a heal on Ringungar. Ta-da. For a little bit of a heal for everybody, because some people are scuffed. Right. How we doing on the heals? Well, according to Hollywood, you can run on them, but it's a sod. That's the terrible, terrible joke. And I'd say I won't stand for it, but then again, if I said that I won't stand for that kind of joke, then everybody, or nobody would be left in my chat. I'd have to kick everybody out, and I don't want that to happen. This place has got me so paranoid.
Yours to command. Here.
Right here, my friend. I'll try to make this swift.
So I just saved, walked into this room, looted a chest. I don't want to go forward. But I've got the element of surprise. Are you paranoid? Why? Yeah, I remember that. It's the ultimate answer to, are you paranoid? What do I want to do? I think I just want to skip this round. As annoying as that is. Let's try and have a haste. How about we have a haste? Hey, it worked. What do you know? Right, now we delay until after you move towards us. You can just shoot it because you're not going to do very much damage, and it's not just going to get more in range. Right, now we murder you.
I'll cut you.
Left yourself open.
What's it? Flippity flop. There we go. Just a complete brain fart on whose turn that actually was. Wow, that's not nice. We can murder this guy, it'd be appreciated, because Tristan dying would be not pleasant. There we go. I actually want you to move back a little ways.
This should do it.
Yeah, what do you know? Sometimes you can actually hit a target.
Let us strike as one.
And how we doing? Last one, nearly dead. Crossbow to the face. Hey, what do you know? Crossbow to the face did actually work. Right, save again. What the frack are you? Oh, I remember these guys. Prismatic spray. They summon many copies of themselves, but it's only the ones that aren't summoned that you need to kill. The only problem is, now you've got to try and figure out and pick out which ones are the real ones.
A calculated risk.
So you're a real one. You're a real one. Where are you? Can we murder you? No. Right, fine. Screw it. Just start murdering them all. I want him murder.
Fine use of my talents.
No, Octavio's dead somehow. Come on, I just need it to be Tristan's turn.
Bleed for me.
Oh shoot, did I? Oh no, I didn't. Here we go. Right, so all I need to do is this. It's not a big as boom as I was hoping for. I wanted bigger booms. When in doubt, murder. Pretty much. You know, against the squishy people at the back, they're actually kind of dangerous. But against everybody else, not really. He says as he misses.
Do not
Make with the murder. Right. If everybody wants to gather around a little bit more, clump together, clump together. It will help me a little bit. If in doubt, fireball. And what's this other one? It's not quite a big of an area of effect, but still pretty big. Ooh, a much bigger boom. Murder! Murder!
This should
Think I'm only left with the real ones now.
Onwards!
Because it's slightly tougher. Still can't really hit. I love the smell of napalm in the morning. Then you too could be a priest of Serenray. They're all about the fire spells. I'm burning in the cleansing light of Serenray.
Serenray, be generous to them, for I am not.
And there we go. That's a room murdered. All for nothing. Absolutely nothing. Why?
My skills are getting rusty.
Oh god, you're insane. I hate people who are insane. Right. Save. Because I'm not going to be casting this multiple times. He says, does this cure insanity? Immediately ends any and all of the following adverse conditions affecting the target. Ability damage, blind confusion, wow. Insanity is not listed there. Insanity, there we go. Right. Jubileost, be sane. Hey, he's now sane. Okay, now what we need to do is save it again. Potentially. Just to find out. Someone gonna pick up the dead one. I'm gonna try. Resurrect. And yes, she actually stood up this time. Woo!
Require my assistance?
Although she is paralyzed for a bit. I don't know why.
Ready and willing.
But at least she stood up. Right. The thing is, the resurrection is actually really good because it gets rid of all negatives on them for a time. How are we doing on experience? So, for just another 40,000 experience to go. Save. Seems though we've just picked up everybody, and this is a potentially dangerous room because of this one creature here. Yes, this one tiny little creature could kill any of us. Okay, we're safe. And the shadows in this room are getting trippy. That's that sorted. Ooh, a chest full of junk. Gee, with a name like that, I wonder why I'm out. That they smeared across the floor. I'm not sure if you were here for the last time I encountered people like that, but it was one of them where I was on death's door, which basically gives me that red background, and it also means that if I die again, that's it, it's game over. If I didn't join the fight, there wasn't enough firepower to kill everything before it basically petrified the rest of my group. And if I did join the fight, there was a good chance that I was going to be the one that failed, almost instantly entering the room, and it was game over. I am so done with this dungeon. So yeah, it took basically juggling around everybody's equipment to give me the biggest chance of not failing that saving throw. And even then I had to run in the room like 2 or 3 times just to be able to not die and kill the bad guys. Oh god, there's more of these tiny little bugs. I love the way that it's all like golem, golem, golem. Bugs! Kill the bugs! They will fuck us up. If in doubt, fireball the area. More fire is needed. Ooh, lightning might help. No, but I'm immune to it. Shit. Could be worse. You could have come across a ghost of Gloria Gaynor. First you'll be afraid, then you'll be petrified. I mean, that's more terrible jokes. We're out of bombs. Why are we out of bombs?
A clever ploy.
It's not clever, we're just murdering it. Repeatedly hitting the same thing over and over again until it dies. We still know nothing about them. Hellfire Ray, go! Ooh, nice. Lot of damage. Golems, just wait your turn. You'll be seen to in a moment. Come on. Kill these things. Kill these things.
Ha! Primitives. A calculated risk.
There we go. Right. You are in a little bit of pain there, Tristan, so we're gonna give you a heal. Do we have that? Yeah, we do. There's a reasonably good chance that you're a little bit messed up. You're not too badly messed up. See, why was in the last one not sneak attack? This game is not making sense at the moment.
Will they ever learn?
Apparently not. Let's have a bless. Why not? Do we have a haste? Yeah, we'll have a haste. This guy needs to die.
A fine use of my talents.
Oh, good. Glad we can agree.
Stay behind me.
A clever ploy. Ah!
So it's come to this.
If anybody could just hit it, that would be appreciated. Hey, did not expect it to be you.
Bleed for me.
Not useful. The grasping vines that are on them is just doing a lot of constricting vines, sorry, is doing a lot of damage every round to, well, me, and I don't appreciate it.
Fear me.
Calm down. Not dead yet.
Oh, you nearly very much are.
This will hurt.
Ah, but it's close. Bum. There we go. Everybody feel a little bit better. Right, we're getting to that point of not having much left. Will this door open? No, it will not. So, we go this way. Step into this room and find nothing. A door that will not open.
Focus on the goal.
No. Focus on keeping everybody together. So it's... oh. Not what I expected at all.
Let's try this way.
Surprise!
Primitives.
Do you have any haste? I'm pretty sure you'll have haste. I just can't remember where they are. Because your toolbars are a mess. Run over there and stab him. We don't know anything about them. I know a little bit about you, but you're summoned, so I don't really care. What are you complaining about? That's weird. Never usually get emails on my watch. And yet it's just giving me emails on my watch. That is going to have to stop because I get several emails a day and most of them I do not care about.
An expected outcome.
Could you perhaps stop that? Maybe?
Training pays off.
Well, I think you're going to stop it. Jubileost, move up. Make a mess of that person. Yeah, move up. Any chance you could put some holes in her? Oh, you can.
This is for you.
Not sure why you're still summoning more allies, because... Oh! Valor is now midget again. Well, normal sized. Apart from the cloak, there seems to be a little bit of a bug on the cloaks. They don't quite get resized properly.
I'll cut you. Show me your heart.
Yes, yes, you're summoning lots of allies. Not entirely sure what that does for them or for us. Can you please kill that thing? No? Okay. Ah. I've just shrunk as well.
Yeah.
Not useful. Right, could you die already? Thank you. Right, and it's just a primal treant and the one at the back. Stop hitting me in the face, I'm using it! Oh, it's got cooldown of fire thing on it. Surprise! Apparently fire does discriminate in this game. And didn't kill her friend. Right. Yeah, I want you to fire snake. Can you get it between everybody? No, you cannot. So we don't want a fire snake. We are going to elemental assessor. It's the safest one that I know will do some fire damage. And a bunch of other damage. But mainly for the fire one was what I'm after. Right, and I need you to die. No, I said die, not dodge. There we go. Jubiliost. Murder. Not quite a murder, but I'll take it. Somebody just make her explode, please. That's not pretty. I mean, it shouldn't lock us in place because we all have the freedom of movement. But I really could do with you being dead. Roundabout now. Concealment is supposed to be a 50% chance. When you make 6 strikes and only one of them hits at 50% chance, yeah, start thinking the dice are loaded. Right, you might... Oh good, it did disappear. Right. So, we're a little bit messed up. But we're alive. And what we can do is a mass heal. And everybody's looking peachy again. But we are out of most of the heals, a lot of the spells, all of the bombs, and whatever it is you do. Also, nobody's giant. Well, no, Jubiliost is giant. It's funny seeing Jubiliost as the highest member of the group. But anyway, the two, Valerie and Chiron, are not giants. So, it's time to make camp. And to use some rations to rest it. How do you manage to get so many die rolls against you so many times? I mean, were you here for some of the really early bullshit that happened? It's just one of them things. I'm really good at rolling dice badly. And I have no idea what it is. Alright, let us save. I know that the game just auto-saved, but never trust it. Open this door. Yeah, okay. If I'm not mistaken, I've cleared out this room. Have I? Nothing's trying to murder me in this room. So, I now have a problem in that I don't know what I'm doing. Prod the statue, make it wake up. It won't wake up. It's an oddity. A Jabberwocky statue, silent but still frightening. There's something uncanny in the fact that Narissa, having been defeated and nearly obliterated by this creature, placed a statue of it at the heart of her home. So, there's a door here. Oh, I'm on pulse, that's why nobody's moving. That is locked. Let's door here. But is also locked. And finally there's a door here. That is also locked.
No mistakes.
On this plane. I'm pretty sure the same applies to the other half of this reality. There we go. Transition point. Ah! Wait. That's how we do it. When we transition on this side, we end up in the other end of the house. Thing is, right now, I don't want to be in the other end of the house making my permanently saved. Yeah, breach and clear. This game will be so much easier with an assault rifle, plastic explosives, and an APC. Maybe a transport helicopter. But I'll take an APC. You know, you probably have the stolen land sorted in and out in about a week, maybe two, if you could just drive around it, not have to put up with the magic bullshit, and just shoot everybody on sight. Right, I need to remember that what will happen is that I am going to run through this mist, which will transport me here, and then I'm in a whole new world of hurt. I did this accidentally one time, stepped out of that room that we saw myself in, and just everybody died. Now, I want you to move the camera back over. Right, so next session, which will be Thursday, folks, we're going to go forward. We're going to get transported to the other part of the house and see what happens. Preferably not lots of death. You need to watch the anime Gate. It's an anime that basically does just that. I think I've watched part of Gate, or all of Gate. I'm not sure. But I do seem to recall watching an anime where it was all like, you know, a doorway opened up of some variety, and as part of that opening up, it led to modern day Japan, and people got sent back through the portal and shenanigans ensued. Alright, it is time for me to get off. So let's wrap this up. Welcome to my stream. I'm Karen Russmore. I play Pathfinder Kingmaker Tuesdays and Thursdays, starting at 6 PM and 8 PM GMT respective days. On Fridays I play Hitman 3, starting at 9 PM GMT. And on Saturdays, I make guest appearances on MyCat_UK's channel, playing some form of co-op game usually. At the moment, we're going through a bit of stint of Payday 2. Mainly because MyCat decided to gimp himself all the way back down to level nothing, and we're actually fairly rapidly picking him back up to a reasonable level. It's one of them where it's very quick to progress through the first few levels, and then it slows down. But yeah, and then on Fridays I join I GM a Starfinder actual play live stream of an adventure path called Fly, Free or Die in a stream that we are calling All That Glitters Explodes. If that made any sense to you, then you should come check us out. If it didn't make sense to you, you should probably come check it out anyway, but you might not understand what's going on. That's on Monday, not Friday. I might be confused. I might have said Friday and meant Monday. That starts at 7 p.m. GMT. The first session was yesterday. The videos for that are going to be going up on YouTube at some point, which I need to get the links for, because hopefully that'll, I mentioned a little bit about top of the stream. That's the Nightbot chiming in with the link to Man and Pot Studios. We actually currently are, if I'm not mistaken, I'm just double checking this now. If you go on Twitch and if you look at the if you search for Starfinder and go for videos, so not the live channels because can't help who's actually streaming right now, but the premiere episode of Fly, Free or Die, All That Glitters Explodes is third. Out of all the videos on Twitch, we're third for Starfinder. Behind Paizo, the guys who publish it, so the official place for all Starfinder related material, they're ahead of us. And then finally ahead of them is Androids and Aliens, which is part of the Glass Cannon podcast. So yeah, I highly recommend checking out that VOD. So let's see if we can't get a little bit closer. I mean, we're miles away from second place because we are going up against the official source. But if we can get a fair few more views, we can get closer to that. So I kind of recommend you go check out the VOD over on Manapot Studios. If you don't like the VOD, if you don't like the fact that unfortunately Twitch will throw adverts in there every now and again because it's Twitch, it will be going out on YouTube soonish. That's going to throw video adverts in the middle of it all, and if anybody wants to check it out, if you will like it, make some noise about it, help us get seen by different communities, and hopefully we can start building up a bit of a community to bring into the whole Man and Pot Studios community, who do a lot more than just Paizo, Starfinder, Pathfinder. They go through a whole different bunch of systems and play it out on a weekly basis. Alright, I think that just about covers everything. There is nobody streaming right now for me to raid that I feel like it'd be worthwhile raiding, so I'm just going to be calling it here. I also need to get my socials sorted out on Nightbot at some point so that you can follow me on the socials. If you care. It's just I'm trying to consolidate where everybody can find me, so when I make my announcement that I'm going live, I'm not having to post it in like 20 different places. But that only works if everybody follows me on my socials. But I need to get that finalized and into Nightbot. So we're just going to call it here. I thank you for coming and hope to see you next time. Daddy bye.